Hey my people, so today we're going to do a makeup challenge of using only makeup sponges to do our whole face. I'm kind of nervous. Let's see how it goes and let's get into it. Really nervous for this part because I think I had confidence to do my whole makeup routine with only sponges, but this could make or break the look is my brows. I did line them with a pencil because you just can't replace a pencil, and because I have no shape unless I do that because my brows aren't done. Quarantine. But there's this palette from TheBrowGal. I'm not sure if they still sell it, but if they do, I will link everything down below. And I'm going to take this powder, the deepest one here on the tip of this sponge, and we just going to see what happens. I'm going to hope I can feel that. Okay, this is not bad. This is usually a lot of product, but it is working out. And we just going to fill it in. Like, okay, this is going to be alright. I'm not scared. I think I can achieve this whole challenge. Doing my whole makeup and looking out somewhat normal. That's, oh girl. I might take a spoolie through it, but this is our eyebrow for today. No, it's not horrible, but it's not good. Fridge running in the background, but I don't want to turn it off because I want my stuff cold. But I use this primer from Soul. No, that's not Touch of Soul. I love it. I could not use this with a sponge because it might just get soaked in because it's so liquidy. But now I'm gonna go in with the next step of my brow process. I hope it works out. So I take the Wet n Wild corrector stick, concealer. This one here in shade 809. You're a natural. Okay, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take my Morphe sponge since it has a sharp edge. I might use my Morphe sponges a lot. And then I'm going to just dab it on there like that. It's not really giving me much. Just rub it up in there, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. Hopefully this works out like I want it because it's on there, but to me it doesn't look as it looks like it's soaked in. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to start... Look at that. I'm going to start carving out the bottom of my brow. Oh my god, I went too far. You know, I'm gonna take the corner of it and just slowly carve out my brow as best as I can. You know, give me a little arch up in there, right? And yeah, just do it as I normally do my brows. And it's not cute, but you know, we're trying out here. What is that? Well, I struggled so hard to get these somewhat even. Like, look how godly. So, I'm gonna take the same sponge. I'm gonna take my I Heart Sage Essence eyeshadow primer. Usually, I just use straight off the stick, but I'm gonna just put it on the sponge because this is usually where I do my eyeshadow primer and blend this out. Usually, I blend this out with a brush, but I'm gonna just see what happens. Oh my god, this is just not. I look like a reverse raccoon right now. So I'm going to just take the other, I applied it, so I'm going to take the other end of the sponge and try to get this as seamlessly blended as I can, which is kind of working out. I hope my brows come out. I hope they come out okay. That's all I want. That's all I'm worried about. It's alright. It's not good, but it's not bad. I might go back in with a pencil and refine this front edge since it kind of got wiped away. You can't really put a pencil on a sponge necessarily. Actually, I usually don't put on eyeshadow primer until after I do this step I'm about to do now, so that's kind of messed up, but you know it's okay. So I'm going to go back in with the same sponge, hopefully try to clean some of it off, I guess. And I'm going to take a little bit of concealer on my hand, and this I'm just going to go on top of my brow and kind of clean up that line. This is just how I do my brows normally. Well, usually with a brush, but we gonna try to use this flat for space, but I just rounded that off. And now I'm gonna go in the front, right? Godly. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the front of the brow and just make a straight line, kind of, and hope it works out. And then I'm gonna go on top, and I'm gonna do this very, very front part. I usually like that to be more blended. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that effect, but you know. And then I'm gonna go on bottom. And usually, I just do that to blend this concealer into like what my nose concealer would be. Because otherwise, I'm going to look like a reverse raccoon even with eyeshadow on. And then I'm going to just blend it out. This is coming out really good. Like I said, I might have to go in with a brush. Not a brush. I can't do that. Go in with a pencil and clean up this right here and this line out here. So it's kind of got wiped away. But it's working out. It's working out pretty okay. Hello. My brows are uneven and patchy. Nice to meet you. But, so, I just went in with a little bit more eyeshadow primer to cover up some of the hairs that I usually cover up with concealer that didn't get reached. And then I'm going to go with this cream color shade from this Pure palette they don't sell anymore. But, I just need this cream shade. I'm going to just tap over that so just to reinforce this color and set my primer. Also, it's just going to give me a little bit more coverage where I said the hair is usually that I cover up with concealer. And I put it right here in the front because it blends into the concealer a little bit. It makes a nice gradient between the two. And now we're going to go in with eyeshadow and see what happens. So if you're not new here, you know I love to use color. And if you are new here, subscribe. I know only 20% of y'all that watch my videos are subscribe. I'm kind of funny. But so I'm going to go in with this red shadow from Sugarpill. I'm using this one because I don't want to make a dent in any of my smaller shadows, and because we're going all the way as if this was a normal makeup tutorial. I'll never do natural. That's not that easy. So I'm gonna just take this Morphe sponge into the shadow. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Morphe sponge into the shadow like you just saw, and I'm gonna just tap it on my eye. Okay, so I'm gonna just tap it, rub it on my eye. Something like that. Okay, so it's building up shadow. This, I guess I'm gonna just cover it with foundation later. I don't know, we'll see. So I'm gonna just start tapping it up on there and blending it out slightly. And this is not working out. So okay, so we're just gonna keep going and try to build this up towards the crease and then just rub it to blend it, right? You know, it's okay. It's a nice fiery look, I guess. You know, like fire hydrant. Fire hydrant realness. Where's RuPaul when you need him? We can do a whole runway about this. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not good, but it's not bad. We could do something here. So I'm going to just keep trying to pile this up and get my normal eye shape that I usually do, which is kind of like a sideways teardrop is how I would describe it. And build up this color. Now that we look like our eyes are bleeding or we're crying blood or something like that. I probably would be crying blood if I looked like this. But, oh my god. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take the sponge, right? And I'm going to go into this Ofra blush. I don't know what the name is. It did not have a name when I got it, which is kind of strange. But it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So I'm going to take that blush on the sponge and just tap over the top of this to kind of blend it. Does that work? It looks like it's starting to fade out a little bit. So I'm going to do that, just try to blend this edge out since we don't have a brush to necessarily blend with. It's just going to kind of fade it a little bit. I might even go back in with a little bit of the red and intensify it across the lid. So then it does kind of give a gradient as if it was blended. What we have, I'm going to try to clean this up with a makeup wipe or just cover over it with foundation and see what happens. But I'm going to take this single shadow from Doses Colors. It's called Block Party. It's a nice pretty gold and it's a really nice sheen actually. So I'm going to take that on a sponge. I'm going to use the same one I use my brow, you know, I did my brows with, because you know, you can only use so many sides of a sponge, especially for more detailed stuff. So I'm going to go in with this. I'm going to just go over the center of my lid with it. Just to give some shine. This is not looking cute, but you know, it might come out. It might come out in the end. So I'm going to just continue to do that over the center of my lid and try to blend out the edges a little bit. Kind of like a halo eye. Is it working? I guess so. It is working. Is it cute? No. As if the rest of this tutorial. But I'm going to try it to my other eye and come back and see what next. I did that from inner to maybe third outer corner, and then what I did do to clean up that line a little bit is at least to make it look more defined, because you can't really clean it, but I took this liquid liner I have from Ulta. It's a glitter liner, and I just did right over the halo part of that that gold. I couldn't think of the word. The gold, just to give it a little bit more preciseness so you can see a little bit more definition between the two. So now I'm going to take a black Neo Black Works. I'm going to take this one from my Morphe 35F palette in the corner over here. And I'm going to take that. Ooh, it smells like eyeshadow. Which is never a bad thing. It's just kind of dusty. But I'm going to take the end of my Morphe sponge, the same one I took the red on, and just pile it up on there like that. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to give me like a smoky liner kind of, just to like the outer corner. Oh my god, I got it. Oh my god, it's not working out. Okay, it's working something. It's working something. Is it cute? No. But it works. Oh my god, that was a mistake. I should have just left it as it was. Well, I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to take the sponge on the corner, and I'm going to just keep going in until I have a nice smoky liner or precise line that I think fits. Or if I cover up the gold, I go back in with the gold on the same sponge. So what did I do? So first I did clean up the under eye with a makeup wipe and kind of sharpened my wing a little bit. I was not mad that the black kind of got on the lid because when I covered it back up with the gold, it made it look really smoky, which I really love. And then I did go in with 3 concealers. I did this when I used under my brows from Wet n Wild for a highlight, just to add some little more coverage to distract from the eyes, but usually I wouldn't do that. And then unless I'm doing like a drag look, and I used my what is this? Better Born This Way foundation, a little bit on the chin, around here, the top of my forehead, so like the perimeter of the face and inner face. I did contour my nose a little bit, which I usually don't do as well as I'm doing drag. I used my Morphe concealer a little bit on the chin and under the eyes. So I'm going to just use this damp Morphe sponge right here to start blending this out. So from here, it should get a lot easier. Well, let me not say that. I'm nervous for the under eye and the brow bone, but we'll see what happens. And mascara. But you know, lashes can hide a lot of that. So, just gotta blend this out. 2 different. Usually I use a brush to blend out my concealer except under my eyes. I use a sponge. Unless I'm doing a drag look, I just use a whole sponge. But now we're going in. I powdered the face with using the sponge, of course. And now I'm going in with my bronzer. This one's from NYX. I don't know if they still sell it because I went to look for it. And they didn't have my shade. I was highly upset because I need a new one. But I'm going to just take on the sponge, which shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to just start tapping it in instead of rubbing because I don't want to remove the product. So I'm just tap it in and just look at that. Look at that. You know, James Charles, he is a beautiful makeup artist. Like, he is amazing. Like, he can do stuff that I could probably never do. But he definitely could have did more when he did his look with only sponges. I know his videos more probably focused on his new show, though, which congrats to him. But I'm going to just powder this on the cheeks. There's a problem. Usually I use a brush to wipe off all the excess powder. Can't use a brush. So I guess I'm going to just use my Beauty Blender and just tap it in until it's in the skin. It looks like it's working, so that's good. This harsh line, don't worry about that. That's just because I cut off my circulation kind of when I wrap my hair at night, so it does look different, but it's covered in product. It's probably just not covered in powder as much. But, yeah, it's working out. I'm just tapping it into the skin. I'm going to go in with this blush from Note Cosmetics in the color Desert Rose. And it's in the number 05. I'm just put that right. Look at that. That is beautiful. I might do this more often, actually. That is beautiful. That's the most payoff I've ever gotten from this blush. Put some on the nose. I might have to blend over those lines a little bit. Chin. I just like to put it all over the face, kind of to balance out color. Because if you got it just on the cheeks, it looks red just right here, which is not something I'm into. I'm going to take Gilded Honey from Laura Geller. I hope they still sell this. It's a beautiful highlighter. I was kind of late to the kick. Like, I always wanted it, but I was broke when it came out. Because I was in high school and I did not have a job. But I'm going to just powder this on the cheeks. I'm going to just put it on the sponge. It's not really that focused. I'm not in likings of that. So I'm going to just pile this on the Cupid's bow. I love the Cupid's bow. A little bit on the tip of the nose. I put a little bit too much blush just to tone that down. And I'm going to put it, that is gorgeous. God dang. Oh my God. I might have to stamp over that. It's a lot. I'm going to do the brow bone and just, you know, stamp it on there. That's alright. And I'm going to just blend it with my finger, I guess. Because it's not blended. See, that worked out. Yes, look at me. Look at me. James Charles could have did more. Great makeup artist, may I say. But he could have did more. Look at that. It doesn't even look like I used... Well, not blending on the red. But other than that, like... Beautiful. Look at me. The lower lash line, I'm going to take any old brown. I'm going to just take this one in the middle of my Morphe 35F palette. And I'm going to just take that on the sponge, of course. And I'm going to just turn it upside down so it doesn't go down, because you can't really fix what's there once it's there. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to just swipe across my lower lash line to add some definition up in there. It's not working that much, so I'm going to just put a little bit more. Okay, there we go. It's working out. A little bit more definition compared to that side. That's what I'm going to do. The lower lash line was kind of patchy, so if I kind of blended it kind of low on accident, so I just took some translucent powder on my hand and tapped over it until it blended out, and then I took a black liner and put it in my waterline. I put on a little lash, just in case I couldn't have lower lashes. I didn't want a huge lash on top and nothing on bottom, as in if I couldn't figure out how to put on mascara. So I took this lash from Battington Lashes. It doesn't really fit the look, but it works out. You know, it covers up some of the mess. But I'm going to take this mascara. I think it's from Lacome. It's called Monsieur Big, if I can find it. It's a little sample size, but if I can find it, I'll link it down below. So I'm going to just, that did not work at all. Like, so I'm going to dig up in there, and then I'm going to just put, like, a clump of it up on the sponge, I guess. I don't know how this is gonna work. Okay. And then I'm gonna just run over my top lashes, especially because you can see the difference between the lash band and my lashes, which this one needs to be re-glued. Because you know, if you don't bend your lashes off the tray, which they've been on the tray a long time, it'll curve to the tray instead of your eye, so it'd be harder to hold on. This is working out pretty alright. Just continue putting on mascara. And then I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna try to do the bottom. It's working. Sometimes I like to add a mold to the look. All I did was take another sponge and I dropped it. Oh my god! Take a little bit off the one that had mascara on it and dab. And for lips, I couldn't get like the color payoff I wanted on my lips, so I just ended up going in with the stick. So I did all my makeup other than like my inner corner and my lips with a sponge. I actually really like the turnout, except for the lash. I hate the lash. It's not even near my lash line. I hate the lash. But I really like this look. Actually, it came out really nice. It paid off. So that is the challenge for today. If you want me to do any other challenges, let me know in the description box down below. Follow me on TikTok right over there, because I'm funny, right? I'm funny. I'm a little funny. Just a little bit. But don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, so I can raise those subscribers, because I know only 20% of y'all are subscribed to me. The other 80 are not. I know. I can see. But oh, and share with your friends. I missed that part. Share with your friends. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned to see some of my other videos on the next screen. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.